In Washington, D.C., power flows through information. But what happens when the most sensitive military intelligence in the world ends up on the wrong phone? In the halls of power, a national security advisor makes a fatal miscalculation. On the other side of the world, a special forces team walks into a perfectly orchestrated trap. When the dust settles, 4 American soldiers are dead, 3 more captured. And the most catastrophic intelligence breach in modern history is just beginning to unravel. Signal Lost, a 6-part podcast thriller about betrayal, courage, and the devastating consequences of a world where even our most guarded communications are never truly secure. When everyone is listening, nowhere is safe. Signal Lost. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where we're restoring truth and sanity to American history, this is Ballot.
Uh-oh. There's no way that's going to be some sort of thought-out process. Let's hit this. Trump just issued an executive order called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History. Because nothing says totally sane person like declaring yourself the official editor of the Smithsonian Institution. That's right, the president signed an order directing J.D. Vance to eliminate anything improper from the Smithsonian museums. Vance will now personally decide what exhibits are too divisive or anti-American. He'll be roaming the halls with a clipboard going, "Dinosaur fossils? That's just big geology propaganda. Take it down." This is the Smithsonian we're talking about, created in 1846 as an independent institution. But now, Trump wants to make sure it only tells a story where America is the handsome protagonist with perfect hair who never does anything wrong. It's like when I tell people about my college years but leave out the part where I accidentally set my roommate's futon on fire. The order specifically targets the National Museum of African American History and Culture for suggesting concepts like hard work and individualism are part of white culture. Now, I don't know about you, but as a white guy, I've been avoiding hard work my entire life. That's cultural appropriation of my laziness. J.D. Vance is now supposed to decide which exhibits degrade shared American values. Because when I think art and culture expert, I immediately think the hillbilly elegy guy. That's like putting me in charge of determining what constitutes haute cuisine. This isn't a proper souffle, it doesn't have enough cheese powder. Historians are calling this an ideological purity test, but Trump insists it will create a narrative about our unmatched record of advancing liberty. He wants museums to remind Americans of our extraordinary heritage and consistent progress. Just like how the first Trump presidency was 4 years of consistent progress toward the nearest golf course. You know who else liked to control what museums could display? Every dictator ever. So next time you're at the Smithsonian, enjoy the new exhibits. America never made a mistake. The Founding Fathers, Hot or Super Hot, and my personal favorite, the history of hair products that made America great. The Catholic Church is about to get its first millennial saint, Carlo Acutis, and his body is currently on display in Assisi wearing sneakers, jeans, and a sweatshirt. That's right, there's a holy body in casual Friday attire forever. The Vatican's really loosening up their dress code. This Italian teenager died of leukemia back in 2006, and now he's being fast-tracked to sainthood. I guess when the church finds a tech-savvy teen who actually wants to attend mass instead of scrolling TikTok, they don't waste any time. Young Carlo was born in London to a wealthy Italian family because even saints need a good trust fund, and grew up in Milan. By age 7, he was already receiving communion while the rest of us were still trying to figure out how to tie our shoes. While other kids were playing Nintendo, Carlo was out here creating an online exhibition about over 100 Eucharistic miracles. When I was 15, my biggest accomplishment was finally figuring out how to talk to girls without sweating profusely. The Vatican confirmed not one but two miracles attributed to Carlo. First, a child in Brazil recovered in a scientifically inexplicable manner. And second, an Italian student completely healed from major head trauma after a bicycle accident when her mother prayed at Carlo's tomb. Yet somehow, when I pray for my Wi-Fi to work, nothing happens. His canonization mass will be held on April 27th at the Vatican, coinciding with Teen Jubilee celebrations. Because nothing gets teenagers excited like a church ceremony at 10:30 in the morning. His popularity is absolutely skyrocketing, with over 1 million pilgrims visiting his shrine in Assisi last year. The gift shops are packed with Carlo merchandise, everything from pocket-sized cards to life-size statues. He's like the Justin Bieber of Catholicism. Parents are especially thrilled about Carlo, with one Italian father saying, "He appears like one of our kids." Yes, finally a saint who probably knew how to reset the Wi-Fi router. The church is really hoping teens will relate to Carlo instead of, Taylor Swift. So there you have it. A saint who wore jeans, played video games, and taught catechism. The ultimate holy multitasker who makes the rest of us millennials look completely underachieving by comparison. Thanks a lot, St. Carlo. This is probably a good time to promote the podcast White Smoke, a podcast that pulls back the curtain on the Vatican's most mysterious ritual. White Smoke takes you deep inside the secretive world of papal elections where power, politics, and prayer collide in ways you never imagined. From medieval intrigue to modern machinations, did you know cardinals were once locked in with deteriorating food and collapsing roofs to force a decision? Or that a pope can be selected by divine inspiration without even a vote? These aren't ancient history, they're the bizarre traditions still influencing today's church. Each episode explores a different conclave where the fate of the Catholic Church hung in the balance. You'll hear about secret alliances, surprise candidates, and the exact moment when white smoke billows from the Sistine Chapel, announcing to the world, Habemus Papam! White smoke. Because the world's oldest election system is also its strangest. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Well. Jeff Bezos is getting married in Venice, Italy. The world's richest online shopping enthusiast is tying the knot with Lauren Sanchez in the floating city, and officials are working overtime to assure everyone it won't cause chaos. The city released a statement denying reports that Venice would be overrun by hundreds of celebrities in what Italian papers are calling the delivery of the century. They insist only 200 guests will attend, which in billionaire terms is practically eloping. Venice officials stress they have experience handling events much larger than this, reminding everyone they've hosted G20 summits, film festivals, and presumably other billionaire weddings where the bride and groom arrived via prime shipping. Reports claimed Bezos' wedding planners had already booked every luxury hotel room and reserved countless gondolas and water taxis. If true, this would mark the first time Venice transportation was completely controlled by one man since the Doge era. Mayor Luigi Brugnaro assured citizens that this wedding will be absolutely respectful of the fragility and uniqueness of the city. Translation: Bezos has been firmly told there will be no drone delivery fleets, rocket landings, or attempts to add buy now buttons to historic landmarks. The wedding is reportedly happening between June 24th and 26th, giving Bezos just enough time to file his wedding registry under things I could buy with my pocket change. This will be the second celebrity wedding to grace the canals after George and Amel Clooney celebrated there in 2014. Though unlike Clooney, Bezos probably won't arrive via motorboat. Expect him to emerge from a comically large Amazon delivery box instead. Portions of today's show were made with the help of Amazon, the Smithsonian, and AI.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.